So Derek says, I still don't have a good handle on the best foot in the door offer for reputation with people who have negative reviews. I would appreciate any input you may have. All right. Foot in the door. So a foot in the door, the goal is going to be to sell some type of ongoing reputation management platform, I'm assuming. Derek, is that the goal? Right? Because you're talking about having a foot in the door offer based upon reputation. Like, that's great, but what's your core offer? And we talked about this on last week's AMA, so he says correct, but like, you should start with the end in mind. If you're going to sell a reputation management product, right, that helps them solicit reviews from customers and things like that, then you want to make sure that your foot in the door product and what you sell first gets people thinking about the problem that they have and looking for solutions. And then you come across as an expert. You offer to do something for free or very low cost to help them out, where you build yourself your expertise and you build the goodwill that you have with that prospect. So you always want to make sure that those things line up and that they're congruent, so you can flow right from let me help you with something and a problem and let me help you with an opportunity to, hey, can I show you how to make the best of this scenario? And then you upsell into your core offer. Okay. So Derek says, can you suppress or remove negative reviews and promote positive reviews? Like, Derek, like, that's too much, right? Like, I've tried in the past, like, and I got paid a lot of money to do reputation management for people with the scope of controlling what's shown in Google, right? And what shows up and not, and trying to get bad stuff to go down off the first page. And the thing is like, you got to control all 10 listings on the first page. You're not just trying to get one listing to the first page of Google, right? Or one website to the first page of Google. You're trying to control the entire first page for a brand or for a person. Like, that is hard, dude. I would never play that game. And I've talked about this before. Like, I would not offer that service unless you're getting paid an awful lot of money. And at the end of the day, I would even consider at that point, is it worth it? Because in my opinion, it's a very hard and stressful play doing fulfillment for that type of offer. Does that make sense, Derek? And I'll give you an example of how to do it in a wider way that will have a very easier deliverable, where you won't be stressed out about the end result and trying to control all 10 listings. So let's work this thing backwards. All right. So if you're going to try to sell a core offer, I believe that your core offer should be at minimum $1,000 a month. In the agency, social media marketing agency, SEO world, any of those kind of niches or verticals, you should be making at least $1,000 a month. And really, very shortly after there, you should be upgrading to $2,000 or $3,000 a month. And if you're not there already, you know why your cash flow isn't very great, right? Because you're just not charging very enough money. So $1,000 a month. If we're going to build a reputation offer, I would assume that that's giving them the online platform to automatically follow up with their customers and solicit good reviews. There's probably some type of training for their team to help them solicit good reviews. Maybe you're turning those reviews into videos and helping them control some of their rankings and some of their brands, but you're not making guarantees, right? That could be loosely $1,000 a month offer. Obviously, if you try to take that to like florists, it's going to be harder to sell than if you took it to a higher ticket, higher lifetime value vertical, right? So if you took that to personal injury attorneys or roofers, it's going to be worth a whole lot more money than a coffee shop or potentially a florist, like I said. So let's say that we're playing with a higher ticket and that works. That offer is sellable. People will take that all day long, and it'll be a good product for them. Then we got to work backwards from there. So what do we start with? Right? How do we figure out a foot in the door opportunity or offer? And what we would do is I would go after reputation. I would go after people that have less than a 4.5 aggregate reviews, where their aggregate score is less than 4.5, and where they have less than let's say 30 reviews. And the reason I say that is because with a handful of reviews, 10 or 15 reviews, you can manipulate that average score pretty quickly. Does that make sense to everybody? Can I get a 3? If that makes sense, and especially you, Derek, I would love to see a 3 from you. right? So if that's let's say you have a customer with a 3.5, they have 15 reviews. If you got them, 15 or 25 stars, that's gonna be a nice big jump very quickly. They're gonna be able to see a noticeable difference, and they should be very appreciative for that, right? And that should help them get a lot more business. So that's the target who I would go after, and then I would offer to help them. And it would be, what's a campaign that I can implement for this person with as little time investment on my part and as little time investment on my prospect's part, where I can help them get a boatload of 5-star reviews very quickly, and so that I look like an expert, and I can then transition them and say, all right, great. So we got you kind of on par with your competitors. Now we need to implement a system to keep you moving and to keep this thing going, so you never end up in this situation again. And then you pick your core offer. So does that make sense? How you would transition into your core offer from a foot in the door like that? Give me a 4 in the chat if that makes sense to everybody. Cool. All right, fantastic. Good stuff. So for fulfillment, guys, all that I would do is really, really simple on that foot in the door offer. I would get on a strategy session with the business owner. I would make a short link to their Google My Business listing that pulls up the login and the stars pulled up where they rate and then leave the review, right? As long as they're logged into Google, I would give them a short link for that. If you're not sure how to do that, go look it up in Google. It's very simple. I would make a short link then out of that, and then I would meet with the business owner and I would say, here's your link. I want you to make a list right now while we're on the phone of 20 people that you know would leave you a positive review in your business, right? Come hell or high water. I don't care if it's family members. I don't care if it's friends of friends. It's people that you've done business with, whether you did business with them in the last month or you did business with them in the last 12 months. I need a list right now. Go through your cell phone. I'll wait here on hold. Tell me when you got a list of 20. Okay, they're going to write down those 20 people, and then I'm going to give them a message, right? And they're going to copy and paste that message to all 20 of those people. Okay, and it's just going to be a review request. Okay, and it's basically going to state that their current reviews or lack thereof or lack of quality, okay, is not showcasing their business very well, and it's hurting them, and it's a plea for help for a 5-star review, and then there's a link. Folks, this works like gangbusters every single time I have ran this campaign. Within 24 hours, 48 hours, I've gotten businesses 10, 15, 20, even 30. I think my record's 34 reviews in 48 hours. That can completely turn around almost any business's reputation pretty much overnight. So Dennis Drummond, man, I built out like your entire campaign for you. You got it right there. That's it.